Guys, check it out, check it out. Right, so this is a video. Oh, of course, this is a video I've been meaning to do for a while. Really, to be honest, I guess you could say it's a controversial topic, but to be honest, I've had thoughts on this for quite a long time now, and it's regarding the big manufacturers and the new products they're putting out. Which, in my view, in short, most of these products, chickens food. Most of these products are just a complete waste of money. They are handcuffed products, they're incomplete products, they are designed specifically to get you to buy into their ecosystem. So you buy one product, you buy another product, you buy another product. Before you know, you're spending £3,000 or £4,000 on a bunch of stuff that you may or may not use, and you spend probably 20 times what you probably would need to spend in order to make music. That is the reality. That is the reality, just for the hands-on control, just for the vibe. If you want the vibe and you want to go hardware, buy old stuff. Buy old school stuff, because you can buy cheap vintage gear or cheap romplers, which came out back in the day. It's wobbling a bit. You can buy cheap vintage gear and romplers, which came out back in the day. Excuse me, I'm showing the kitchen's a bit slightly messy. For good price. And you for example, you could get a Proteus 2000 for 50. Yeah, people are going to laugh at me, but I know you can get one of those. Like, they put them up for 100 or whatever, but that's what they want. What you pay for is different. I've seen people back in the day put Proteus 2000s up 450, so I know that you can get one for that price. It's just what you want. If you don't want to spend 100, you will find it at the price you want. So that's always been my approach to buying gear. But if you want the hardware vibe, get a Proteus 2000 or get a JV180, whatever it is, doesn't matter. That gives you the 16 parts to work with. It will have the drum samples in there. It has the separate outs that you can feed into a mixer for external processing. You could also get an old school sampler if you want, for the old school vibe. Again, you want one with separate outs, and an S950 is obviously a good example of one, but you're going to be limited to an extent on, you can obviously run a lot on it, but you're limited to an extent because it's got limited RAM, and then obviously people use Gotek, etc. Me, I like to, if I buy old school hardware, I don't like to modify, but that's my personal preference. I like to just keep it in its original state, and if I can add something additionally to it, so be it. Anyway, I'll get back to the topic, which is basically that my view is that the modern synth manufacturers, hardware, music manufacturers, are just ripping people off, and I find it quite sad that people are buying into this stuff time and time again, and then they're justifying it for the vibe, etc., etc. Look, these products are handcuffed on purpose. They're incomplete products. That is the reality, and they do it specifically in order to get you to in order to get you to buy the next iteration of the product, the version 2, the version 3, or another product. They can quite easily provide these products in a package which are complete and have every single engine that's required, the multi-timbrability. If they did it in the past, they can do it now, and as well, the technology's there. Look at a virus synths, right? Those ones were capable, right? And viruses collapsed now, but those synths were capable. They were 16-part. They had the polyphony. Yes, the CPU was probably taxed a bit, and you probably paid a bit for it, but they were complete synths. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by these new ads and all these flipping influencers, okay? I'm getting mad, but they infuriate me. I'm telling you, they infuriate me because they're lying to you. They're putting these videos up promoting this crap, and these products, right? They're not complete products, believe me. And you're a fool if you buy into this stuff just because you see a pretty demo. Okay, they are not complete products. You can do this stuff infinitely cheaper. Do not spend 4, 5, 6K on stuff that basically it's redundant to what you're using. Yeah, there are some musicians out there that will appreciate a fully, analog or whatever synth, and they like the hands-on control. We all like the hands-on control, but unless you're making really kind of noodly music and a lot of real-time edits and whatnot, it's excess to requirements. For most folks, they don't spend time doing all that. And once you've created your sounds, most of the time they will remain quite static. That's just my view. Of course, you can disagree with me. That's what the internet's for. But irrespective of that, you even if you want to make music which has a lot of modulation and a lot of change in it, you can still do that affordably and cheaply. You can buy old equipment which will achieve that result. Again, a good example would be the Waldorf Blofeld. That was again a 16-part synth. Has the hands-on control. Yes, it doesn't have every function on the panel, of course not, but they're capable. And with these devices, you can do a lot. And they have MIDI CC, so you're able to record your changes into your sequencer, etc., etc. So, yeah, my advice is if you want to go hardware, buy some old stuff that's good value for money, and actually you could do everything in the box. My first piece of equipment that I bought was a Korg 05RW. It was 16-part multi-timbral, MIDI CC. Admittedly, the MIDI CC implementation was a little bit limited, and it didn't have the separate out. So this is not the best of arguments, but nevertheless, I could make music with that. And it was a pain to edit, but you could still make tunes on it. It just required creativity. That's all. It just requires a bit of creativity and technical, just like figuring out. It's like problem solving. It's problem solving, and you're not going to solve any problem buying, hundreds of synths at inflated prices. All you're going to create a problem for is you're going to have a negative bank balance. So guys, don't be stupid. Do not buy into these the Korgs, the Polyends, the Rolands with their little, silly little boutique synths, and basically have a limited functionality, and you end up buying, tens and dozens of these things to complete a sound. It's just a waste of money, and it's stupidity. It's stupidity. That's the truth of it. Me personally, music production wise, I use my iPad. I use Beatmaker 3. I've got samples. I've got AUVs. I use Live. That's it. And I've got hardware synths and stuff which I've collected over the years. And of course, I've wanted those for kind of nostalgia, I guess. And I do use them, but at the end of the day, most of the time, it's just an indulgence rather than an absolute need. And certainly when it comes to the new synths out there, I know why they do it. So there's no point in me questioning, saying why do they bring out these handcuffed pieces of equipment. But I know why they do it. It's because they want you to buy into their ecosystem. It's that simple. And they'll bring out something which forces you to buy the next one because it's underpowered, or it needs this, that, and the other, and this, that's, and missing. I'm sure people are going to come in hating me when they, and saying to me, oh, no, blah, 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 because I've got this and that piece of equipment and it's the feel and the vibe and all this. Yeah, cool. But you've had to spend 10,000, 20,000 on equipment that you could get. For most folks, it's overkill. That's the truth of it. For most folks, getting all this equipment, it's just overkill. It's overkill. Don't be a sucker, guys. Don't be a sucker. Don't be a fool. Anyway, that's my video for the day, and I've been meaning to post this for a while. Stay tuned for more. Peace out. Peace out. Word up. Word up.